Said, hold up. Hey everyone, welcome to SC Book Gals and Friends Chat. It's a Tuesday night, and I'm bringing you an old author, but a soon to be released book. Okay, so y'all remember about October, maybe November last year, that a friend of mine, a real good friend, close friend, y'all know how it is, release a book. Well, guess what, you guys? We coming back with another book, his second release, but it's a total different from the first book. So the first book we had love and romance and drama and drugging and some baby mess and some fighting and some cattiness and some all kind of drama. But in this next one, we are bringing it to the streets. This next book is what you can consider a street urban novel. Now, I know y'all think a street urban novel, what is she talking about? We'll discuss that later on. That's another show because we're going to break down this African American genre, okay? Because books just ain't African American. But reel it back in. I want to introduce you guys to author LaKendrick Northern, and he's going to talk about his soon to be released book, Born from the Streets. Hello, Miss Northern. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
It's good, good. And how are you, sir?
I'm doing quite well. Good. How you?
So, I had the chance to read this new novel, Born from the Streets, and I have to admit, it is a 360. Well, no, I'm sorry, a 180 from Flowers of Eve. So before we go any further and we talk about this one, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Kendrick Norman. I'm one of the Divas, Arkansas. Just, I write down, you know what I'm saying? I try to express things that I experience, you know, tell stories from different perspectives. I try to do it away. I've been writing for quite a while. But like I said, these first two initial books that I have is really my first baby. So you know how it is when you have your first baby, you know what I'm saying? Look at them and they got a difference, so you want to get them out there. But you know how people involved, they write it and stuff. So I just still wanted to get that out. And so my up and coming work, you'll see the transition. You know, not saying that you ain't gonna like the person. You know what I'm saying? You'll see the transition, the growth.
Well, I must say that I saw on Facebook that there's some people who are currently reading Flowers of Eve, and I'm seeing nothing but great reviews from it. How do you think your
Okay.
readers are going to feel about Born from the Streets?
Well, due to people having different genres on how they, you know, read books and things, especially females. I'm not gonna say Flowers of Eve just strictly catered to females, it's really for both male and female. Depends on how you get into it. Now, from a female perspective, when they read Born from the Streets, they're gonna be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Because it's pretty much based on, you know, what male get through in the streets, you know what I'm saying, going through, you know, drug dealing, robberies, you know, struggles, you know, things like that. Things, you know, kind of struggling up in the time of them pain.
And yes, that is true. I when reading both of them, I do think that Born in the Streets is more of a male novel, but I do not like categorizing books. But for word's sake, we will say that it's more of a male novel. Is that where you was going for? Or you just wanted to create this novel because um you had that vision for this book? Was it gearly and first wrote for men, or was it just a vision?
No, it actually was a vision. It initially started for the reason due to my incarceration, you know what I'm saying? I had read a book and it was occupied. This guy that has a life sentence going through the same thing I went through. So I went through the same person that he went through. And, you know, that's a whole other story. But however, this was this because, off the globe, when you say the streets, I think all the streets are the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like Willie D said, ain't no get up under the mind. You know what I'm saying? So everything's pretty much the same. It's just people have different experiences. So I feel, you ain't the only way to tell the street story. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'm gonna give it a shot because I had a dream and I seen the cover in my dream. You know what I'm saying? So it just inspired me to get up and write it.
Okay. So you saw the cover in your dreams, and that made you write the book. How did you started your character development? Like, I think.
But to be honest,
Okay.
Like, to be honest, the characters in that book is pretty much, like the personalities and the character that I had came up in the streets. Now, when you read it, don't think that, I'm just grabbing, but, it's just the personality and the charisma and stuff that go on in it. Because I feel that every author has a piece of themselves inside their books. So it's kind of like experience that I went through myself, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, just let it, we don't pay things about the imagination to it, a little extra, a little salt, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So tell us about the main characters of your book.
But the main character is a guy named Dante, and he has a girl named Lisa, that they went through a little separation. But it starts out with, as him as a teenager, he get in a little trouble, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. And he go wait for a little while, you know what I'm saying, and he get out, and everything changed, he's trying to do for good. He stays with his grandma, that's the reason why I call it off the streets, because he don't have a mother and father, you know what I'm saying. And by reading the book in the beginning, you'll understand why.
Right. And grandma's name was Nita, right? Niti?
Yeah.
Okay. Nita. Okay, so Dante. I'm just calling him D. Because he got on my nerve. And the reason why he got on my nerve is because I felt like he kept looking for trouble. That's the vibe that I got. Were you?
Well, a lot of people would see that, but if you pay attention to what's going on there, he had a desire to know his father. And in the streets, a lot of men have been employed, so I'm saying, with a lot of politics, getting to prison or death, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you have fathers that have, credit in the streets, and he always heard the credit from his father. He wants to, accumulate that same credit. So he wants to feel that, the closeness, and he never got it. So he was struggling with that in his book, you know what I'm saying? It's a big struggle, and it causes a lot of friction. And you'll be surprised what it leads to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we ain't gonna talk about how you make the guy strip naked and shot him. Like, why you gotta strip him naked to shoot him? Like, come on, man.
It's not about humiliation, humiliation streets. When you have so much power in the street and you running certain things, you know what I'm saying? It just be like, just humiliation on the streets and nothing between paying, just what some typical people do.
Did you just say typical people? Typical people. Okay, I'm about to shoot you, so get naked. Like, that's crazy. And I had to read that twice. I was like, yo, in the character, I'm not gonna tell you all the characters. I'm not gonna do that, okay? Because there's a lot of characters in the books, and you see the knot coming together. You know how knot has strands, and you see it coming together when you read the book. So I'm not gonna do like Flowers of Eve and give y'all all the details. But this character, the scene of him being killed jumped out at me because he was begging. He already knew he was going to die. All right. He was begging, but I saw that he didn't have any remorse for his death. Like, why would he do that? Why?
I mean, what are you talking about? This one?
When the same person we talked when he told him to get naked and he killed him, like, he was begging. He's like, you don't have to do this, man. You don't. Why did you feel that humiliating him in the book was so important in that scene? Like, you've killed other people off in the book, but why humiliating that character that way? Was there a reason for that?
Well, it's a simple fact that them and stuff they didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And certain people in organizations like that, you know what I'm saying? When you get so big, you only get so big, you know what I'm saying? By the street code, really, really is expensive, you know what I'm saying? So Dante was on his uprising and becomes a top man in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? So it was basically that. So when you set a precedent in the street, you gotta do what you gotta do.
He had to kill him like that. I mean, he had to do that. But how about Lisa? Lisa's my definition of a true, and I know we've all heard it before, ride or die. Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, Lisa, you know, like I said, he was high school mates, you know, and, he did what he did, went off. You know, he expected her to hold him down, but he's young, so she was living his life, he was living his. He was in the transformation inside. He got out, he came to the typical world where it's hard to scratch, you know, how they say crabs on a button, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to scratch and get out. So he had discovered a few things about it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, once he came back into her life, you know what I'm saying? You know, he made her, you know, think differently, even though she had her own little world thing going on and he had his own little world thing going on. They still had connected, you know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes to understanding, he ended up having, at first he didn't have it, but he had to realize it from, you know, a perspective from a street mind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. But in some cases, I felt like Lisa was very naive. Like, but everything that was going on in the novel, she just was this a pillar. But why did she have to endure so much?
Well, you know, like I try to keep my stories like kind of like as possible with things really going on in the streets, you know. And I think that's how it really goes on. Love in the streets like that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of different from the love back in the days, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this. You want to be accepted, you want to feel love, you know. And she had her own demons in the closet as well. And she didn't tell him. So when he found out, you know, he came through, you know, when we would say, okay, we're equal now, you know. So I would say she was naive. She said, you know, she didn't want to, you know, expose what she was doing, her demons, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Now, grandma or mother, Miss Nita, she played a big factor in the beginning of the book. Why did you feel it was very important to have that older female figure in the beginning setting of the book? Was that planned, or she's just a let me put her in there as a filler, or what's the purpose of her?
Like I say, I try to keep everything really possible, you know. It be kind of a certain exaggeration about everything, you know, but I try to keep the story kind of like original, realistic. So, you know, we all the guys in the streets, you know what I'm saying, whether they want to get it at night, they ego, but they always got big mama, they always got their mama, man. So they out in them streets, mama praying, you know what I'm saying, for their baby come home at night, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, we out there thugging, man, we out there, you know, thinking we grown, thinking we doing this, but there's the house praying for us, you know what I'm saying, there's not turn over new leaves, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, you got to show that type of love that's been deep missing inside that oh man, they just want to say this and say that, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what's going on, they don't know what we're going through, but at the same time they do. They've been through it too, you know what I'm saying? They just evolved into a better person and they're trying to show up. And that's how it goes. It's like a cycle, you know what I'm saying? So once you come up on this cycle, they know that, hey, you know, I can do better. I did this, but I can change my life, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I put it in like that.
Yeah, it's like they knew how it was when they were younger, and they know that this is something that you're going to have to find for your own. That age old song saying, it was grandma's prayers. you know Everybody has their mom, but it's something about that granny prayer. That granny prayer is something, and I love my granny and I miss both of them, so I totally understand that. But let's go back into the family dynamics between D and not having his father. Um, that is the typical find in an African American street novel. How does that fare with your novel? I don't want you to tell the story, but how does that become tenfold? Like, is it solved? Does it lead to something else? I will tell you guys, this is a cliffhanger. This book is a cliffhanger because I still want to know what happened at the end when they got a little almost caught, but we ain't gonna say nothing about that. So is that intention like how are you gonna resolve the relationship that he did not have?
Well, coming up in the street, you know what I'm saying? He gonna start seeing like he was young when he went in. When he came out, he was still young. So, like I say, this book is like I say, it was my first one, so I kept it in that range of the date it came out in when I first wrote it. So I have two more to come with it, so it's a three-part series. So as he played, you know, like I ain't gonna tell what's going on, but as he played, it's gonna be a different life that he's taking on. So as he grows. And his child grow, his girl grow, everybody involved in one, the story gonna get better, you know what I'm saying? For us, like how he get involved, certain things he experienced, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna see things that a father's supposed to do. And the things he missed out on, you know, try to make up for it. But at the same time, he's still pulling them back in. Because sometimes us as men try to get away from it. You still have those typical things that pull us back, you know, that we can't get away from, you know what I'm saying?
So what advice would you have for those who are trying to leave the streets but seems like they still keep pulling back? Now, the reason why I asked it, and I know you guys are wondering, if you don't mind, Mr. Northern, we can tell them a little bit back about your background situation. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mentioned it earlier. You know,
Okay. The reason why, because I know you guys are wondering, like, why do we not see him? Okay, he is currently incarcerated in Texas. And that's why you don't see him on the street. But guess what? That incarceration ain't stopping this gentleman. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I am afraid when he touched down. Okay. And it's not afraid like, oh my God, what he's going to do. It's, oh my God, what he is not going to do. Because I can tell by the determination in him through the process of getting this book published. When you are incarcerated, well, first of all, I'm proud of you. I know the process was hard. I know when we have spoken before, there were people that took advantage of you, but you kept going. And I know that there were times you felt like this is getting on my last nerve, but you saw it through. What advice would you give to those who feel that the street is trying to pull them back in?
so from my point of view, you know, my situation is probably different from a lot. And I ain't saying that I'm going through the situation, but they gave me a life sentence, and my sentence is disproportionate. You know what I'm saying? Really like saying that I don't know if I don't have, you know what I'm saying? But I made something. And I asked God to deliver me through, and He delivered me through. So I had to go through a humbling stage in my life, you know what I'm saying? And going through the different experience and seeing what happened in the streets. Listening to my mother, you know, the things she just stay up late nights, you know what I'm saying, worry and pray about me and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And now that I sit back and I see all of that, you know, it's a whole different way of seeing life. So now that I see things and I have the desire to get out there and excel, you know, just let you know you have a chance. Because a lot of times men coming to prison, that's when they find the kind of things and find who they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a saving. It's like being saved. So I just tell the brothers out there, man, you know, save yourself now, but you'll have to save yourself later, man. You know, and the opportunity is not, it's something out now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I think.
All right. So let's go back to this book. How the way you, I don't want to talk about it, but I do want to talk about it because it is mad creative. The, I don't know how to, without giving it away. The ending. Let's just say the ending. How in the world did you come up with that ending of them acting like they was in this situation, but there wasn't? If you understand what I'm saying.
Well, by being in the situation they was in the book, you know what I'm saying? And he had a group of soldiers behind him. A lot of folks that followed him in the streets, you know, him and Ch-Rock, which is, you know, a guy he came up with in the book. And certain the way the book was brought up, you know what I'm saying, you just can't tell them of anything. So once you're in the streets, you know what I'm saying, you'll be like kind of be on point, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be conscious of certain things he said. So they put shit right. So he had to make a plan, and the plan he made, you know what I'm saying? He had to make it convincing. So when he made it convincing, he had to just strategically, you know, operate the way he did.
And y'all, when he said just I can never say that word, strategically, he means that. I actually read that part because I was like, ain't no way. Let's just say ID channel. So if you know you a ID channel watcher, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm still trying to figure out like how the world and how the devil they got away with it. But they did. They did. So when are you wanting to release this one? What is your target date of release?
Well, hopefully by the end of March or, you know, beginning of April, you know, because I want to go back. Because like I say, it was my first book, and, you know, it was dated back in 99 when I first wrote it. It's not outdated like that. It's just, you know, certain way to just say, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I decided to keep it that way because I got a three book series. So, you know, that's the family involved. And, you know, so, you know, that's pretty much how I want to, you know, try to hope that, you know what I'm saying, get the cover, everything, just get everything straight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because my understanding is right now you're currently just working on the cover art, right?
Right.
Okay. So now this book 2. Are you currently working on this book 2?
Yeah, I'm almost finished with it. I already got everything. Everything is premeditated. It's already in the making. It's actually done. It's just me, you know, finishing everything. It's called Resurrection. You know what I'm saying? And the subtitle is Dead Man Walking. So,
Exactly. You couldn't have named that better. Dead Man Walking. You did that. You couldn't have named that book better because that's exactly, yeah, Dead Man Walking. Yeah, that's it. So, Miss,
my original name was Trust No Man, but I changed it.
I can see Trust No Man, but that Dead Man Walking, especially how the way you ended book 1, yeah, that's right. That's totally right. So, Mr. Kendrick, before we close out, let me ask you a question. Anything else you working on?
Yeah, I'm working on a few things. You know, I got another one in Rock called Hidden Trees. I'm working on a bit with a special friend, and I have an espionage book called Eagle Slot. You know what I'm saying? I got a children's book called Possibility. I got a book called Favor Blood, which is a detective murder mystery. So I say all this to say this, you know what I'm saying? Just to let everybody know I'm not stuck on no urban genre. That's just, you know, when I came into the writing, initially that's what I saw because that was hot back then. You know? But as of now, I feel I can write about anything. I can have something for everybody. So stay tuned for all that.
And that's good because I would say African American genre, and I'm just gonna keep on putting that in quotes, you guys. It's spreading. Like right now, the newest thing out is the Afrofuturism, which is African American main characters in a futuristic fantasy type setting. Okay, so let's say a little bit Octavia Butler, uh, Bettini, that type of novels. Okay, so we have your social media information. We see that you can be found on Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram. What would you like to say to close us out to your new and old readers?
Well, I just wanted to let y'all know, man, just give me a chance. You know, the way I feel my books story up, just follow along and catch
All right. Well, we would like to thank you for being on with us tonight. And before we leave, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you the heads up for next month. Y'all know it's Women's History Month, right? Mm-hmm. So, ladies, it's our times. Every Tuesday in the month of March, I get to interview a lady. I have Miss Tracy Smalls coming through, Mrs. Millie Gross coming through. I have um Miss Robinson coming through with her new novel, and I have Miss Patelli coming through with her novel. So next month, like Queen Latifah said, it is ladies first. That flyer will be out tonight, you guys. Y'all know how I do it. Catch the replay of this show. It will be live. Well, not live. It would be able to catch the replay as soon as we get off. Like, as soon as we get off. Okay. Also, remember all of the great author opportunities that we have going on with aspiring authors. The Rep Your State, we still have states available. You can have your own cover. Check our Facebook pages, our social media outlooks. We also have the 100 authors. And let me tell you something about this 100 aspiring authors. Y'all, the information that is being shared, it is like a mini community. You cannot beat that. It's like you have all these other friends that are helping you market it. It is that we have killed the crabs in the barrel, okay? Because we all in this together. So if you want to be a part of any of those projects, please contact us and we will give you information, okay? Watch out next Tuesday. Ladies first. But remember, you guys, before we leave, there is no such thing as an old book because not everyone has read every book. See you next Tuesday. Bye. Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first.